Sir, Sat Sri Akal and welcome. Thada Niga Swagat after this very short sweet break, but not sweet of the sugar, but sweet as mitti break, in which I hope you have consumed some water. There's a big problem. We are not consuming enough water. We expect things to be cleaned. We clean our sink, lashkado, they use lots of other chemicals in the house, cleansing and polishing and windows and oven cleaner. But what about the cleansing from the inside, which can only happen with good food, with good thoughts, with good getting good food from the market, good organic food. Let's try to look at the issues of our health which is affecting the women. But then if the woman is not the educator or the teacher of the family, she's not educating her daughters, she's not getting her daughters to come into the kitchen, she's really being at fault. So let me take you into this program where we ended up saying the good oils are very important. Oiling and greasing of the brain, khushki bahut ho jandi. Lotion, potion, pasting on the outside does nothing. I hate the lotions on any part of my hands or feet. I prefer that we instill good fats from good food and choice of good oils and good oils for cooking. But bibiyan ne sara kuch le lena. They'll buy a griddle, they'll do the steamer, they'll have something for baking, but everything is not used. They'll come back straight to tudke pun ke, until food is not cooked and dead. Why is cancer so high in the world right now? Many reasons. Obviously, plastic cups, estrogen बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गई, lot of pollution in the soil, lot of pesticides and sprays due to menopausal symptoms where women are not doing body brushing when you need to do lymphatic drainage and drain off, especially when coming to the armpits. Breast cancer is the highest. Next to prostate cancer, breast cancer is the highest. But Punjabi men, the next highest is prostate cancer. Then comes in the colon cancer, which every ward, every hospital has 2.5 wards for colon cancer. So body brushing is so important. Getting a brush with a stick and then brushing in big circular motions 5 minutes once a day, nothing much to ask for you, but coming up to the body brushing is very important. We have so much skin, we lose about trillions of grams of skin every day, but we need to brush it so the skin can rejuvenate and we get fresh skin. I'm not saying brush it ke bilkul laal ho jave. That's so important. Draining from the arm to the lymph nodes, which is the most complex part of the woman, is the lymphatic system under the armpit. And this is where the biggest problems of breast cancers are coming through. One, probably not breastfeeding, or having a very quick short burst of breastfeeding can also sometimes cause milk duct blockages, but that's not cancer, that's just blockages of the lymph system. But there is other serious problems, which is sugar. Sugar is so high, too much acid food, just keep on coming back to the bad fats. Major destruction obviously jehdi ho rahi hai, not making good choices. Kare industries 5 vegetables and 5 fruits every day, should be organic as much as possible. Please do not bargain for cheap stuff for your life. Soluble fibers बहुत ज़रूरी है, जितना chickpeas हो गए, oats हो गए, beans हो गए. Keep on looking at the photos that keep coming. I am selling the sprouters, and I only have, after another 100 sprouters came, we only have about 30 sprouters. The market value is 129. I'm selling them at 100 for the benefit of my Punjabi community at a throwaway price. Ke tusi sprouting karo. This is your kitchen, your live kitchen in your house, which is the best cancer, anti-cancer foods, because it has got so much protein, it's got so much antioxidants and live nutrients. When you are overcooking your food, Daksho, and for women, and बहुत धुआं कर रहे हो तुसी तेल दे नाल पका के तुड़के नू तुसी ओदा मिज कढ़ दिन्ने आ, you have now created a carcinogenic food in which the free radical damage is so excessively high that there's bound to be at certain stage very poor protection within your body capsule, that cancer and abnormal proteins will become sticky proteins, then can start forming cysts to become tumors. So we need to look at having good live food. Live food banega in this little beautiful ਜਿਹੜਾ sprouter ਹੈਗਾ which does the sprouting, 2-tier sprouter, ਮੂੰਗੀ ਦੀ ਦਾਲ ਰੱਖ ਲਓ, ਮਸਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਦਾਲ ਰੱਖ ਲਓ, and guaranteed ਇਹ ਦਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਕਸ਼ੋ ਕਦੀ ਗੈਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੇਗੀ। ਜਵਾਨ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਮੀ ਦੀ ਦਾਲ ਖਾਈਏ ਤੇ ਗੈਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, I'd rather have a chicken burger. But if she does the sprouted dal and doesn't overcook it and keeps everything with the good fats, adding in ginger and garlic, बहुत ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਫੂਡਸ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ, they are seriously deprived of lasan and garlic, that is the fire, and they will have resha, they'll be breathing through their sinus mouth more than through the nose, and have asthma, and then have hay fever and eczema. All these things come up because ਮਦਰ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਆਈਦਰ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਾਂ ਜੈਨੇਟਿਕ ਡਿਸਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਥ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੋਈ ਆ। ਬਟ ਫॉर ਅ ਵੂਮਨ ਟੂ ਟੇਕ ਹਰ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਟੂ 9 ਮੰਥ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ full pregnancy is very important because the ਬੱਚਾ healthy ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਉਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਬਣੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਉਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਅੰਗ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਬਣੇ ਹੋਏਗੇ, ਇੱਕ ਸੈੱਲ ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬੋਡੀ ਦਾ will be at its maximum growth period in the fetus. So very important that your health before pregnancy should be good, during pregnancy should be good, and after care. Huge amount of incontinence with women of having a leaky bladder, or a lot of women on nappies. By the time they're 60, they are wearing adult nappies because they have no control of urine. And problem is that women are not exercising after childbirth and not exercising their bladders midstream. So all these things are not just yoga. You need to do power walking, getting to the gym, yes, getting some cardiovascular exercise, but that doesn't mean you come back home and start dipping cakes and biscuit in tea. That means whatever you've lost, you've gained. Calories eaten is not calories burned, is calories gained as pass. Okay, so that's very important. So sprouting is very important. Cholesterol is so high in Italy, Punjabi ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ that they are actually getting fatty livers. 25 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ, 23-year-old children, it's common for me to see for fatty livers consuming so much cheese, so much full cream milk, so much white bread, so much pizza. So ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪਰਦੇਸਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲ ਗਏ ਨੇ, and we've happened to become victimized by the foods that we think are good for us or job would benefit us, but ਉਹ ਸਵਾਦ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ that we've now beginning to see ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ problems ਕਿਉਂ। Desi food is the best food if it's made well. So I'm sorry, those children who are too westernized and they think ਕਿ frozen food is tasty because it's crispy, because ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 4 different fats, because ਉਹ bread coated ਆ। Keep on watching the cook shows. If whatever appointments you need to make for your menopause, perimenopausal pregnancy, PCOS, polycystic ovaries, or ovarian failure, eczema, psoriasis, thrush, MS, ME, a big problem with women, please make appointments either Ivor Clinic, Birmingham, or ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ਖਬਰੀ ਹਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ my new setup in Bradford is now in West Yorkshire, will be a Friday, Saturday and a Sunday. So ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ Saturday ਲੋਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ Sunday ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। Desi food which is cooked in a healthy way is nutritious, and you need to look at the whole foods, whole dishes, not overcooking vegetables, ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਟਾਈਮ ਇੱਕ ਔਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਨੂੰ have a semi cooked food and ਇੱਕ time cooked food ਰੱਖੋ, ਇੱਕ time have salads in both the meals with good fats. Extensively, excessive ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ brisk walking ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ, at least 30 minutes, maybe 4 times a week. I'm not saying ਕਿ 7 ਦਿਨ walk ਕਰੋ, that's very important. Obviously reducing we think ਕਿ heating is an answer, ਕਿ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ heating ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗਰਮੈਸ਼ ਆਏਗੀ. Your heat will come through fruits and vegetables, and by keeping so much heat out in the house, it actually dehydrates you. You need to actually consume 3 liters of good distilled water. So 3 liters ਪਾਣੀ ਪੀਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਚਾਹ ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਪੀ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ, that is their water consumption of the day. You need good sterile, good filtered, but distilled water is my consumption, is what I carry across the globe with me. But लोकां ने बहुत walk through freezers दे विच American freezers पिछे टूटी लाई हुई है, you never pull the fridge forward to clean the tube through which the water is coming, जिथे सारी bacteria जमदी है, and that leads on to thrush. That can lead on to thrush because of excessive sugar. A lot of women have candida thrush because of yeast, because of baking products, because of chitta atta, and because they think कि चिट्टे आटे दी रोटी सुखदी नहीं हैगी आ, but go on to spelt flour or organic wheat flour, because you are the callow chef of the house, you are the cook of the house, you do the shopping, opt out for spelt organic flour and other organic flours that are in the market. Nothing wrong with makki da atta, but adding more jwan and fresh methi in makki da atta to create it as a bulker, because it's and adding a tablespoon of bajra. That's actually thandi de vich it's beneficial to have makki da atta. You can add missi roti, you can add lasan and adrak. Mirror program obviously is to inform young women as well that there are things that are happening in the community ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਛੁਪਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ. 2 to 3 units ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ it's the recommended or the maximum limit a lady can have, and 3 to 4 units a man can have in a day. But still I cannot endorse on that, because I am a teetotaler. No tea, no coffee actually, and no dairy products. Obviously avoiding smoking as well. And cholesterol is a major factor for women, alongside with menopause, having cardiac conditions. Overweight obviously एक बहाना नहीं कि असी बच्चे बनाए थे मेरा weight नहीं घटिया. The weight will go down if you actually shift and shuffle and move and remove the toxins. Aerobics exercises करनी बड़ी जरूरी है. Thyroid disease इन्नी common आ जनानियां दे विच. Obviously there is a imbalance, several reasons, and the way I work with thyroid, high or low, both ways I look at that, but it takes many months to get it balanced, and then you don't have a future problem. But if you're expecting कि मेरा एक महीने दे विच thyroid ठीक हो जाए, it's the most complex organ for metabolism of your body's calories and also food, and also it helps to break up all the other things and nutrients in the body. So your thyroid disease is very important to look at. Genetic disposition can be that you inherited some things from your mother, that could be a factor. Lymphatic drainage and draining the body is very important, because water retention औरत दे विच इन्ना वड्डा problem हैगा, and I do water retention program to help that a woman can able जिथे पानी रुकिया ਜਾਂ ਪੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ lymph node swellings ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਗਠੀਏ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ you have got little fatty deposits are again very hard to treat. But overall I do water retention program as well. Green tea ਲੈਣੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ. ਦੇਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, I have 9 different formulas. Again, go on my website sales@manjeetshop.co.uk. There are 9 different varieties of pinya. Sometimes are specifically made for specific conditions. Some herbs are introduced, others are removed for this. But please do not ring me for the recipe, because we do not disclose it. You cannot and would not be able to source all those things that we put into the pinya. Coming on to obviously dark chocolate, which I've already said, and then good amount of oils, but then not burning the food too much. Reduce the heat. Cook on low heat is very important, not to make your system carcinogenic and not to cause too much of cells dying. Reducing the use of plastic in the house and aluminium, because this message is not only for your good health but overall usage of things in the house. Please, again, for the appointments ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ female health issues ਆ, broad spectrum ਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ health issues ਕਰਦੇ. ਮੇਰਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈਗਾ 07886880591, and ਇਸ ਨੰਬਰ ਤੇ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ. appointments ਤੁਸੀਂ London clinic, Birmingham ਜਾਂ Bradford clinic ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ. Bradford I'm available on a Friday, Saturday and a Sunday on specific days of the month, which you can find out by calling. Number ਹੈਗਾ obviously ਥੱਲੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ. Email ID manjeetkaur51@yahoo.co.uk. Using the good oils as rapeseed oil and walnut oil ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਘੱਟੇ ਮਿਲਦਾ. Sesame seed oil and rice bran oil are very important. But again, avoiding tin tomatoes and going on for the better tomatoes and a whole host of other colored tomatoes, green tomato, black tomato, purple tomato, yellow tomato. These are very important for daily consumption and for women's good health. Sugar obviously is a big problem, and we've spoken about how sugar can cause major amount of depression, and using pomegranate as well as a sweetener in salads is not harmful. So a bit of pomegranate jinu apa anar kehne a, just to add sweetness. And if you are very much sweet person, then maybe golden sogiyan can be added to your salads just to sweeten it, but nothing more than that. Obviously, eating organic foods is very important because all these things actually stop the free radical damage, and having apricots, fresh apricots, or probably quality dry apricots. A lot of women are suffering from lack of B12 and beta carotene. Broccoli is very important, cantaloupe is very important, peaches and pumpkins, sweet potato instead of white potato or red potato. Make a choice of sweet potato. Obviously antioxidants ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ free radical ਤੋਂ damage ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਹਟੇਗੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ 3 ਹਫ਼ਤੇ change just ਕਰ ਲੇਗੀਆਂ diet, then they'll go back to their desi food of dipping bread or rusk. A lot of community is just having rusk in the tea. That's not your breakfast, that's dead food. That means by 10 o'clock, thodi body nu anni bhukh lagegi, you'll be making so much of insulin. The liver is sending so much information, the gallbladder to the liver, but it cannot see the food, the right food. And all you're having is a white flour, food with bad fats and sugar loaded stuff, which is not the way to start a morning. Even if you're rushing off to have a croissant, or you decide that you want to stay slim, trim, and you want to miss a breakfast. It's not the story. Breakfast must be eaten like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. But apna ult हैगा कि जलेबियाँ भी हो जानियाँ, पकौड़े भी हो जाने. There was a very nice joke somebody sent me that Punjabi Sardar da diet swenu हैगा या 2 glasses of water, 1 cup of green tea, 1 boiled egg, 1 brown seeded bread toast, 2 cups of green tea, and then healthy salad. And sham nu raat de pone 11 baje he will start off with half a bottle of his alcohol, makhani dal, paneer. Then everything is the heavy one, comes the rasmalai, the gulab jamuna, the jalebiyan and biryani, and he goes to bed. But he started off the healthy way, and then in the evening he's piled up all the calories to cause this big barrel of weight around the stomach, and says that कि मेरा weight वध गया, पहलो मेरा weight है नहीं सी. वो weight तां नहीं सीगा because your body was burning, because it was in a high speed metabolism. Lot of sadness of youngsters who are in white collar jobs or a lot in IT industry are putting lot of weight around the stomachs because it's a sitting job. But it's good news that in lots of offices in America, lots of things are provided within the company of a fitness regime. Downstairs, a gym. I think we're going to have a gym suggestion in a call as well, so that when we come, we are also probably on the treadmill before and after the show to raise our adrenaline. Adrenaline is so important. I forgot to tell you about that. Adrenaline is a feel-good factor. Jadi janani the adrenaline low hoega, she will not be resonating good energy. She'll be depressed. She won't have good serotonin, melatonin hormone. And because you have not had that exercise and you have not forced the blood out of the heart repetitively in a structured way, your adrenaline will be low, because then you're not getting the feel good factor. Some people go to the gym or speed walking, they say, oh, I feel so fresh. In actual fact, the adrenaline is now high and they feel good. That's why they're feeling fresh. So a lot of just sitting at home and just doing window shopping, going to Southall or Soho Road, and you're walking through the shops, that's not exercise, that's window shopping. So brisk walking is very important. Obviously stopping sugar foods, and the reason why you feel sluggish and depressed could be because of high sugar intake, it could be thrush, it could be emotional, and opt out for complex carbohydrates, go out for more low glycemic index foods which are much better, and whole grains which have a good amount of fiber in it, but not looking at kanak and cereals which are dead wheat fiber, and that sticks around the colon. Lot of Punjabi women, apniya women are constipated. They have a very sluggish bowel movement. On average, most women are going to the loo after about 3 days. In actual fact, they should have had about 6 to 7 bowel movements in 3 days. In my theory, it's about 2.5 to 3 bowel movements a day is a must, otherwise you're constipated, period. And that's where my ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ homeopathy, naturopathy, colon hydrotherapy, I have amazing Ayurveda drops ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੁਦ ਬਣਾਈਦੇ ਨੇ, and even the most sensitive patients ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੀ ਦਵਾਈ ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੈਦ ਦੀ ਦਵਾਈ ਲਿੱਤੀ ਆ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਲਰਜੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੈਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, have not come back with symptoms. I had patient from Canada who even reacted to vitamin B, came here, was here for 8 days, had no reaction, had a second sitting in Ivor, and then she advised her son to come back for his problem, and he took her third set back to Canada, no reaction. So people can be so sensitive. They can be sensitive because the biggest problem with Punjabi women, I'm sorry to say, the moment they have a little bit pain, they'll rush out for the painkiller, or the moment you get a headache, you go for a painkiller. No, you either do a head massage, or you go in for a quick swift walk, or press the nerves at the back of the neck which are causing the build-up of lack of blood going to the upper head, which causes constriction. But it also could be cha da nasha. So bibi ne swear di cha nahi piti te sir dukhan lag paya. Ja, it could be stress in the house, and you see, a woman is, although she's so strong, she's also very tender. She's also she should be treated, you know, like a rohunda. That's how a woman should be treated, obviously with respect as well. So although she can be the force, but there are things in her that are her weaknesses as well. So let's support the women around the world and the mothers and our daughters and care for people, but be somebody's listening ear. Listen to somebody's problem and help them, but don't listen to somebody's problem and gossip it to 20 other people by adding loon, mirch, masala, and losing the faith with that one person who had trust in you. Always listen to somebody, support somebody, but then, you know, give them continued support, because in any depression, it is one of the biggest killers, in the sense depression is so high. There are about minimum 2 wards, and where children and girls or males are constricted in a confined wards because they are not safe to go out in the society. And antidepressants is not an answer. Yes, for some, they are lifesavers. NHS is great, I got to salute them. But yes, there is problems. It's not rushing ke tusi Delhi, Punjab jaake X-ray kara ke le aao, but not finding the real core problem of what your health is. Your health is your wealth. ਬਾਹਰ ਦਾ ਗਹਿਣਾ ਪਾਇਆ, ਅੰਦਰ ਦੇ ਗਹਿਣੇ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੁਰੀਲੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਨੇ if they are all balanced. Those are your true jewels are in your body from head to toe. Women's reproductive system ਇੰਨਾ complex ਆ, ਇੰਨੇ hormones ਆ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਔਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਲੀਵਰੀ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹਾਰਮੋਨ ਟ੍ਰਿਗਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੰਨੇ severe labor pain ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ before delivery. Nobody has managed to specifically find out what hormones trigger off the pain. ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ secret ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਰੱਖਿਆ boy birth or a girl birth and marna or jamna. And this one secret, what triggers off a labor, we do not know. So let's respect our women across the globe, whether it's Mother's Day, Sister's Day, Daughter's Day, it is not one. And for all the young boys as well, respect your women, because it's been found out that in universities, Punjabi boys are a little bit loose. Some of them, all respect to the good boys, but yes, their expectations of having a very good life in university is not the situation. That same goes for Punjabi girls. It was shocking that 10 years ago, one of the national radios made a survey in every Asian highly populated universities and found out Punjabi girls were smoking and drinking 45% more than Sikh boys. How sad can that situation be? Yes, I get girls who are smoking, who will admit away from their parents, who are taking drugs, will admit away from their parents. Eda Siapa is country which after 16 we cannot disclose the database. Let me take you on to the good food and one juice, as I always promise sometimes, which is going to be a super green juice, is 3 organic carrots, must be organic and peeled, 4 organic florets of broccoli, 1 organic beetroot, 1 handful of organic spinach, and half a teaspoon of kali mirch. And why beetroot? Because every lady is low on her blood corpuscles and hemoglobin, and everybody is low on an iron, but the iron comes through good food, steamed beetroot, jaanu kaddukas karo, red cabbage, white cabbage, avoid red cantaloupe, red melana. It's heavily singed with syrups and carcinogenic red colors. Again, these are coolants, but where do your hormones imbalance ke thade पैरां च भी अग निकल जी ज थानू hot flush हुंदे ने. All these things are such amazing chemistry. The woman's hormones and the woman's bioenergetic field of her body is so much more complex than a man, that I will open many more doors in many more other shows of women's health, taking each subject, dissecting it, giving you some fine information jehda I hope tusi मेरा आण दा जिथे अकाल चैनल ते आण दा कुछ फायदा हो रहा संगत नो. I'll be very grateful for your feedback. But if there's something positive, किसी नु मैं taste नहीं देना चाहती. If I've made comparisons with some other situations, do not ring Akal channel and say I go off the topic. I have to speak here, and if you can challenge and come here and speak for a good 56 minutes non-stop, then please come and sit next to me on the same subject. I can challenge you on that. Let me take you to another show. I cannot tell you the subject, will be a secret, but 9:40, stay tuned on Akal channel with Manjeet Kaur. Het likhe number te 07886880591 te phone karna, but not at 10:40 at night. Clinic hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Have a very fine good night and very fine dreams. During the night, we seem to regenerate our body. Sleeping in a very peaceful mode is very important. Take care of yourself and each other. Good health, good life and young life to all of you. I love you all, and Sat Sri Akal and Koheri.